Iannazone. He's also a good guy. He's comfortable down in Florham Park. Jets beat writer for Newsday. Al, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Appreciate the time as always. All right, listening to Rodgers sounds like a man with incredible amount of say within the Jets organization. Is that a good thing?
Yeah, let's run it back. They're 5-9. Let's run everything back. But look, your best player is always going to have say. There's nothing you can do about that. You know, it's just when you look at what he's done, he hasn't played, obviously, because of the injury. Some of the moves he wanted have not worked. Dalvin Cook, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb. But you always want your best players involved. I mean, C.J. Mosley told me, you know, he's the linebacker, that last year they had him, or 2 years ago, they had him look at some players that maybe they bring in defensively and get their take on him. There's nothing wrong with that, but you don't want them to have too much power. And obviously, we're looking at a situation where, you know, Aaron Rodgers has a lot of power with this organization.
All right, Al, if you look around the league, plenty. I mean, it's been the year of the backup quarterback around the league, and they're winning. Browns with Joe Flacco straight off the couch, to steal a line from Justin Pugh. The Bengals, Jake Browning. The Colts, Gardner Minshew. Jets offense broken with Nathaniel Hackett. If Bieniemy becomes available, because I think they're going to clean house down in Washington this offseason, is that a guy that the Jets need to talk to?
I don't think they will, because of what we're talking about right now. You know, Aaron Rodgers wants Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett's the biggest reason Aaron Rodgers is here. If they would have gone a different route at offensive coordinator, maybe, you know, Carr would be the quarterback right now, or Ryan Tannehill. But I don't see them moving on from Nathaniel Hackett, because, again, all the stuff Rodgers has said, he believes in him, he believes in the offense, he knows what it's supposed to look like. You know, that's why I think that, barring something unforeseen, last 3 games, they don't win any of them. I think they're going to run it back with a lot of the same coaches, maybe get rid of some of the offensive coaches. But I expect, as of right now, Hackett, Salah, Douglas to be back.
All right, this week, Sauce Gardner talked about that this year is on the players, not the coaches. Is that a kind of a backhanded endorsement of Robert Salah?
Yeah, well, I mean, the defensive players are always going to endorse Robert Salah. They love him. And I do agree with Sauce. It's not on the coaches entirely. It's on everybody. I mean, you look at everything that's gone on, the offensive line, injuries, yes, but, you know, even when they've been healthy, they haven't been that good. You know, the offensive play calling has not been good. Even defensively, that's their strength. But I think sometimes they're a little too stubborn, and, you know, they don't let Sauce Gardner travel. I'm not saying they would have won the game last week. I think DJ Reed is a very good cornerback, but they play sides. You know, you got to let Sauce Gardner, who wasn't targeted at all, maybe spend a little more time on Jalen Waddle. So those are some things that, you know, I think the coaches can do a little differently and maybe make things better.
I'm going to ask you about Salah real quick here. Do you think he's a good head coach?
You know, I think he's a good motivator. That doesn't mean he's a good head coach. I think he is a good defensive coach. You know, we always see this, that guys are better as coordinators than they are as head coaches. I think he needs to be a little, you know, I think he's a good motivator. That doesn't mean he's a good head coach. I think he is a good defensive coach. You know, we always see this, that guys are better as coordinators than they are as head coaches. I think he needs to be a little more involved in the offense. I mean, it's 3 straight years that the offense has been bad, and we've heard nothing but excuses. But when you look at the Jets' history, 3 of their least yardage games have come under Salah, and this is 21, 22, 23. This is when teams are putting up 400 or 500 yards a game. Last week they put up 103. So I think some things need to be addressed.